Welcome back. This is Rich again, back for an exclusive YouTube video. Today's subject on my YouTube video is why many sports teams are obsessed with dome retractable roof stadiums. But first, this message of importance. Don't forget to listen to Crystal's Time Machine radio show each and every Friday and Saturday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on WCAP 980, where everybody gets it. If you can't get the show live, listen to the podcast exclusively on archive.org. Goes back to October 2015. Follow Crystal on various social media websites, including Facebook, with the official Crystal's Time Machine Facebook page, the official Crystal's Time Machine group page, and Game Show fan page. And also follow Crystal on Twitter, Crystal Amy John, and Machine Crystal. Follow her on Instagram, Crystal Johnson, and follow her on YouTube, Crystal Johnson, one exclusive video a week. And if you want a discount, if you go to Broadway Pizza in Lowell, Massachusetts, mention Crystal's Time Machine, $2 off. So any money saved up is pretty good in this day and age. And that's about it on that message. And now on to the video. More and more sports teams, especially in the NFL and Major League Baseball, are having dome stadiums, retractable roof stadiums. And the reason why many teams have retractable roofs is because of the weather, especially for Major League Baseball. This retractable roofs in Miami, Tampa Bay, Houston, Texas, Seattle, Milwaukee, Arizona, and Toronto. The weather in those cities are extreme. It rains almost every day in Florida, and that's why the Florida teams have a dome at Lone Depot Park and the Tropicana Field, which is a roofed stadium. Also, Houston and Texas have dome stadiums, retractable roofs, because it gets too hot in Texas from May to September. About 80% of their games are covered in a dome because it's just too hot. Arizona, it's the same thing with the Diamondbacks at Chase Field. It's too hot. Seattle, for T-Mobile Ballpark, home of the Mariners, they have a retractable roof because it rains a lot in Seattle. Milwaukee, they have a retractable roof at American Family Ballpark or Field because of it, with the weather being cold in springtime and also with rain anytime in the summer in Milwaukee. And the Midwest gets a lot of rainstorms. And Toronto, they have a retractable roof at Rogers Center because of the weather with the cold days in April and in May. And plus, there's some wet weather in Canada during the summer months. And there's been proposals of dome stadiums for the new Las Vegas team with the Oakland A's moving to Las Vegas because it gets too hot. Sometimes it's 110 in Las Vegas during the summer. It's the dry heat, but it's very extreme to watch a baseball game. There's been proposals a couple of times for putting a retractable roof at Citi Field or new Yankee Stadium, but that would be cost prohibitive, in my humble opinion. I think eventually when there's new stadiums open for in Major League Baseball, they're all going to be retractable roofs or translucent domes just to keep the weather. Plus, it guarantees the game doesn't get rained out. In the NFL, there's so many stadiums that have a retractable roof or dome. Atlanta, New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, Arizona, Los Angeles, Indianapolis, Detroit, Minnesota, and I think Seattle, but that's a retractable roof. And the reason why these they have dome stadiums because of weather, and also many of these dome stadiums could host other events like the Super Bowl, major college football games, including the Bowl Championship Series, the nationally semifinals and finals games, could have big time college basketball games, NCAA Final Fours, the national championships, also WrestleManias, concerts, and the Democratic and National Convention. And there's been a lot of other teams exploring the possibility to getting dome stadiums, including um, Tennessee to replace Nissan Stadium. That's going to be uh, a a retractable roof, and when they get the retractable roof, they're going to have a Super Bowl and maybe be in line to host Final Fours or national college football championship games. And also, the Bears' new stadium in Arlington Heights, in a suburb of Chicago. It's supposed to be retractable roof, and they might get a Super Bowl. And other cities might be, and Jacksonville, um, when they redo the stadium for the Jaguars, they want to be in the Super Bowl rotation. But the NFL tends to bring Super Bowls to warmer weather cities. They don't go too much for northern Super Bowls when they build a new stadium a la Indianapolis, Detroit, Minnesota. They give them one Super Bowl and they're done with the soup. Then they don't come back to it because it's just, too cold. And I cannot see them building a retractable roof in such cities as Green Bay or New England or New York because sometimes football, especially meaningful playoff games in January, should be played in the cold weather. That gives the home team in those cities a home field advantage. But it seems like every NFL city wants to jump on the bandwagon to get a retractable roof or a dome stadium so they could be in the Super Bowl rotation and also might be in a rotation for the NCAA men's basketball Final Four or national college football championship game. And the northern weather cities, if they build them, they'll only come to them once. And the next time they'll come is when they build them another new stadium, which that might be 40, 50 years from now. And I think the NCAA wants more cities for dome stadiums to be in line to host college football championship games and NCAA men's basketball Final Fours, but it comes at a price because some cities really, is it worth it? And it might not be. That's about it on that. Thank you for all your support, and I'll be back Friday for another live with another YouTube video blog. If your browser ain't way through, like my videos, and thank you for all your support. I'm over 200 viewers and growing.